retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position. Retweet. That was a retweet. That was an opinion of somebody.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
Retweet. That was retweet. That was retweet. That was a retweet. Was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there. Retweet. I'll put it out there. People retweet. That was an opinion of somebody. Retweet. That was a.
At the same time, the vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. The vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind. At the same time, the vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes.
And then they have cans of soup, and they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
That isn't what it meant.
Well, what did it mean then? Explain.
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
Across this country, we've seen this new phenomenon lately, chanted at sporting events and on signs. The phrase is, let's go Brandon, a sort of code for a profane slogan attacking President Biden.
Let's go Brandon, I agree.
the truth of the matter is that when the truth of in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
Across this country, we've seen this new phenomenon lately, chanted at sporting events and on signs. The phrase is, "Let's go Brandon."
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Running against whole life, what am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate. I lost to the worst candidate. I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics.
And by the way, I sit on the stand.
I lost to the worst
I got hairy legs that turn, that turn
I lost to the worst candidate. I lost
and the kids used to come up preaching and pull and rub my leg down. So it was changed and watch the hair come back up again. Hey, look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I love kids jumping on my lap.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
Force the vote, sure, was a failure.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 billion to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Should we have done that sooner?
We are doing it.
But should we have done it sooner?
We are doing it. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Hello, users, and welcome to another. There's like a show, like some sort of. I don't quite know what it is yet. But it's something. It's definitely something. So there's something brewing in the world as it is at this moment, and it smells like a show, but I'm not sure yet. Ugh, fuck. So folks. Okay. All right. Look at me. I'm here. I'm alive. All right, folks. So, I would like to remind everyone I'm currently in a location where weed is legal. And so yesterday, given the fact that weed is legal in my current location, I got really high on weed that was obtained legally, and so that was pretty crazy. And I'm still a little bit there. And then I also topped myself up this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good, folks. I would like to announce I'm feeling pretty good. So, feeling pretty good. I didn't know shows have smells. Learn something new every day. My show smells Smells like a lot, let me tell you. Yep. Whoa, folks, let's start the show with some good news. Good news. Wisconsin deputy shot during foot pursuit after traffic stop. Suspected shooter at large. Folks, I would like to announce on today's episode, we've got an officer down. That's right. A Wisconsin sheriff's deputy conducted a traffic stop early Wednesday. Now, again, we know based on all the reportings that we have seen over the last 20, 30, 40 years, especially now with cell phone cameras so readily available, that at traffic stops, cops will often intimidate, threaten, and kill people for no apparent reason. So it seems that this deputy... Now, again, I'm waiting for body camera footage to be released that exonerates this deputy. If they just say, show me your license and registration, and someone shot them, well, then again, maybe they would still be acting in self-defense. Because, like, again, if a gang member that had, like, a gang member thing on their face, I don't know, I'm not into gangs, walked up to my car, maybe I would shoot them in self-defense. I consider police a gang, so, hey, I'm just saying, I'm not advocating to shoot cops. What I am saying is that I'm waiting for body camera footage to be released, because, again, we do know that cops are often instigators in these situations. So it looks like someone shot in defense and downed an officer and then escaped. And it seems like they've not been identified, so hopefully everyone is okay, and hopefully the cop remains out of commission for as long as possible. Because any more gang members off the streets, in my opinion, I'm anti-crime, folks. I'm tough on crime, and the most, apparent criminals in this country are the police. They are a large, government-funded, government-subsidized criminal syndicate. So, tough on crime, folks. Officer down. Oh, my God. Shoutouts to Heartbreak One, who always leaves like the most incredible, just enthusiastic comments. I'm a huge fan. Thank you, thank you. I do my AM show at 11, so I really do like to wake and bake because it gives me a lot of creativity. So you do your show and I do my show is what I'm getting here. That's the info that I'm getting. You're trying to compete with me. Maybe we can work out a deal. Hey, Andrea, who won the last presidential election? Thank you for asking. The winner of the 2020 USA presidential election is Joseph Robinette Biden II. The loser of the 2020 presidential election of the USA is Donald J. Trump. A loser. He is a loser. Joe Biden is the winner. And that is all I have to say on the 2020 election. And any other elections. Because, again, when I got the YouTube strike, I wasn't even talking about the 2020 election. I had no discussion of the 2020 election at all in that video. But either way, any election. Oh! Folks, breaking news, folks. So I've been following this story. This has been a story that I've been following. The New York Police Department in New York City had 2 officers shot during a domestic incident. One of them died. So I was discussing that. And one of them had life-threatening injuries. Well, we have an update to that story. And that is NYPD colleagues shot during domestic incident are remembered after second officer dies from his injuries, folks. Officer down. That's right, 2 for 2 on this one. The 2 New York Police Department officers who were killed responding last week to a domestic disturbance call are being... I'm sorry. I'm losing it. Are being remembered as dedicated heroes as city officials step up to curb the escalating crime. Officers Wilbert Mora and Jason Rivera, both in their 20s, had a series of really bad career choices that ended up with them being shot and killed before, I'm presuming before they could procreate. I don't know, maybe they have kids. were shot after encountering someone with a gun after responding to a 911 call about a domestic incident in New York City's Harlem neighborhood. Mora underwent surgery after the shooter critically wounded him, and his death was announced Tuesday. That's today, folks. Officer down. His partner Rivera died Friday during the confrontation. Goddamn, folks. Rip these goddamn officers. So I just want to say this is all just saying, this whole thing is basically they're just focusing on these couple of incidents. This is like propaganda, literally. Cops get killed. More cops have died from COVID-19, and yet the police unions in New York are still anti-vaccine. So explain that one to me. They don't actually care about their officers being killed, but when it does happen, they're using them for propaganda. They are using them to look, there's so many criminals in the streets. We need more cops. We need more, criminal patrols. We need to criminalize more behavior. Now, again, keep in mind, New York just legalized weed not too long ago, so a lot of these cops are literally just paid to sit there all day and do nothing because they can no longer arrest innocent black people for having weed in their pocket, right? So this is all just part of a big media machine that's trying to promote the necessity for new cops. Don't fall for it. We don't need any fucking new goddamn cops. Today is Wednesday? Are you fucking serious? What? Today's not Wednesday. What? Alright, folks, and with that being said, I will turn that off. It's Wednesday. You learn something new every day, folks. Wow. Goddamn Wednesday. It's fucking Wednesday. According to reports, it's goddamn Wednesday. And there's another dead guy. Fuck. Just scrolling through Google News, folks. I'm sorry, I got lost in a trance there. I got lost in a goddamn trance. Alright, so apparently it's Wednesday. That's actually very interesting. But what else is interesting is this. Both political parties unpopular with Americans. New poll. Wow. That's crazy. Who would have thought that Republicans and Democrats would be unpopular? That's some news that really honestly shakes up the game a little bit. So let's figure out the depths of this this never heard before phenomena. So let's find out. Both major U.S. political parties were found to be unpopular in a new NBC News poll published on Tuesday, which is apparently not today. Today is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. According to the new poll, 44% of participants said they viewed the Republican Party negatively. 34% said they viewed it positively, and 21% said they were neutral. I love the neutral, by the way. Yeah, Republicans, trying to basically criminalize being not white or not being straight in this country, trying to restrict abortion rights, trying to, basically tax people into oblivion, but with private taxes and not public taxes, like in Texas where electricity prices skyrocket, and whenever you need electricity, you got to pay $6,000 for it. That kind of, so Republicans, yeah, I'm neutral on that. Could be good. Could be bad, but obviously they're neutral because they're stupid. Now, again, if you in any capacity do not hate the Republican Party, you are a stupid motherfucker. There is no, but my, my dad, worked on the Reagan campaign and back in my day. No. You are, if you view Republicans as they are right now to be good in any capacity, you are, by definition, a dumb motherfucker. I would apply that to Democrats too, but more so Republicans. Democrats have a couple members, right? Like AOC, Cori Bush and stuff that make their brand not completely repugnant, right? So it's tough to say fuck Democrats, but fuck 99% of the Democrats. I will say that. But there's not an AOC or Cori Bush of the Republican Party. They're all trash. Every Republican is shit on my shoes. Let's read. Both parties also received more negative than positive ratings. The Democratic Party's ratings in the poll were fairly similar. 48% said they view the party negatively. That's actually incredible. 44% view the Republicans negatively to 48% that view the Democrats negatively. Now, again, Democrats are in power right now, so again, there's that weird phenomenon. Again, Americans are fucking dumb. They're dumb. How the fuck do you think we get these people in office to fucking begin with? Joe Biden and Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, right? Like fucking Ted Cruz. Where do these fucking motherfuckers come from? They come from think tanks, actually, that their entire purpose, they get billions of dollars from people like the Koch brothers to basically figure out how to manipulate dumb fuck Americans into voting for dumb fuck politicians that will do whatever their dumb fuck corporate corrupt motherfuckers want, right? So what they do is they have these focus groups and these think tanks where they figure out, oh, Americans are fucking stupid, so how can we manipulate them with TV ads, because we got billions of fucking dollars, so we can basically make them think whatever we want, and they're all goddamn fucking dumb motherfuckers, so they're easily programmable, right? So whenever Democrats are in power, Republicans are able to convince people that Democrats are worse than Republicans. Like Trump's presidency was not that long ago. Like, bro, that was like literally like a year and a half ago. Do you remember January 6th? Do you remember like COVID? Why are we even dealing with COVID right now? Because Donald Trump fucked up? Do you remember the Trump tax cuts? Do you remember like any I don't know, like Trump was horrible. Are you a not white person? Do you remember Donald Trump's presidency? Are you like a transgender person? Do you remember Donald Trump? Because that was not that long ago. But hey, whatever. Americans are fucking goddamn stupid. They're goldfish. They're dumb motherfuckers. So when Democrats are in power, they're like, oh my god, Democrats are so bad. Which, yes, Democrats are bad. But we're not going to get better Democrats by just cycling back between the fucking Republicans and Democrats. We're going to get better Democrats by voting for more Democrats, right? And I know people like, what? You want to, because not everyone's the fucking same. So we're seeing already it's very clear that there are Democrats that are capable of being good, like Bernie Sanders, like AOC, like Cory Bush, right? And if you have more of them, right, the centrists are less in cloak and shadow, right? Now, again, if we didn't have any good Democrats, then that would be a different story, but we do. So, and if you're going to vote, which you should vote for better Democrats. The other thing is, like, there was like this poll that I read a little bit ago. There was like, most Americans don't know what a primary election is. Can you fucking imagine that? Can you imagine not knowing what the fuck a primary election is? Yeah, that's most Americans, because they're fucking goddamn morons, right? So the most important elections in this country are primary elections, and most Americans don't even know what the fuck that is, because they're all goddamn stupid. And again, the information is withheld from them. The Constitution is not taught in school. You'd think, oh, the Constitution should be taught in school. No, they teach you a mythologized fake history. I know, I'm going on a fucking rant here. Both parties also received more negative than positive ratings. President Biden and Trump received net negative ratings from poll respondents as well. Of those surveyed, 48% said they viewed Biden negatively. 39% said they viewed him positively. Meanwhile, 51% said they'd view Trump negatively, and 37%. I don't know how the fuck people can say, I don't like Donald Trump, but Republicans aren't all bad. Hashtag not all Republicans. What the fuck? Like, how have Democrats not, like, tied Trump to the Republican Party? And this is, again, the project of Liz Cheney and, like, Adam Kinzinger. Like, like, people go, like, oh, hashtag, welcome to the resistance or whatever, when Liz Cheney votes to impeach Donald Trump or Adam Kinzinger does. These are motherfucking Republicans, dude. So whenever a liberal goes, like, welcome to the resistance, Liz Cheney, yeah, what the fuck? Remember that shit? But they did that, right? And so when they do that, what they're doing is they're sowing this fucking seed of dumb fuck, right? Garbage, where it's like, oh yeah, Republicans and Trump are different things. There can be good Republicans that are upstanding No, there is no such thing as a good Republican. So if you're a brain dead fucking soccer mom, dipshit, cocksucker, motherfucking stupid ass, bitch ass motherfucker who goes online and says, welcome to the resistance, Liz Cheney, go fuck yourself. Because that's how you get this fucking shit. 51% say they don't like Trump, yet only 44% say they view the party negatively. How does that delta even exist? How is that possible? The difference in enthusiasm could be so there's enthusiasm. Okay, hold up. Despite the similar ratings, Republicans who responded to the poll appeared to be notably more enthusiastic about the 22 midterms, with 61% saying they were interested in the November's elections compared to 47% of Democrats who said the same. Again, there's this phenomenon in this country where there's a Republican president and then Democrats win the midterms. And if there's a Democratic president, then Republicans win the midterms. Like, what is this? Like, where did these fucking things come? Oh, Democrats are in charge, so let me vote for Republicans. Like, do you not, like, the people literally don't understand how Congress works. And again, like, we're not taught that shit in school, so it's no fucking kidding, because we're not supposed to know this stuff. The Constitution is supposed to be something that's secret. You're not supposed to know what the fuck's in the Constitution. If you were, they would teach it to you in fucking school. But anyway, we got a lot of dumb fuck motherfuckers in this country. But again, even these dumb fuck motherfuckers are capable of understanding that Democrats and Republicans are bad. But again, are they going to do anything about it? No, they're going to go like, my team, your team, It's like fucking sports, except we're all fucking like our lives hang in the balance. We can't even fix bridges in this fucking country. We can't even fight the fucking, like, you know, like fucking, you have these tornadoes that are fucking killing people, these hurricanes that are fucking killing people. Like the fucking, like, cities are flooding. Sorry, can't do it, because Joe Manchin says no. And then most people are like, well, I don't want to vote for Democrat. I'm going to vote for Republicans because Joe Manchin. Imagine, like, there's a guy out there who literally thinks he's the smartest motherfucker on the planet, who's like, Joe Manchin is bad, so therefore I want to vote for Republicans. Yeah, that's like the whole, like, fucking, like, force the vote, like, anti-vax, like, weirdo, like, pseudo left-wing people. Like, they do that. That's the bullshit that they peddle. We're going to vote for Republicans because Joe Manchin is bad. I've got news for you. Voting for Republicans because Joe Manchin is bad is exactly what Joe Manchin wants you to do. That's literally lockstep what their fucking plan is. But, oh, okay, so whatever. Anyway, I'm ranting and raving because I'm on drugs. But that's my opinion on whatever it is I just talked about. Oh, cocksucker. Whoo! God damn. So how's everyone doing? Whatever. I don't even know what's going on. Got no freaking idea. Oh my god, my toes are cold. Sheriff deputy killed by drunk driver. This is one I already covered, but now they know it's a drunk driver, but who cares? All right. You are a philosopher and an old soul. What is an old soul? Like, what is that? Like, I don't want to be old. I want to be young. I want to be vibrant. I don't want to be old. I don't know. Anyone who is as articulate as you are, just right off the bat. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, so. I'm gonna cry. Whoa! We've got some quotes here. Hold the goddamn. Hold the goddamn. Hold the god. I don't even know what the hell is going on. You know, like when you click on something and then it like flips to 17 different pages because that's how the internet works. God damn it. All right, never mind. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's not happening. All right, folks. How's everyone going today? I'm holding the mic. I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're gonna go into an Ask Me Anything segment because I'm bored. Who will get long COVID? Study may offer clues. Okay. World's most inbred family includes 4 generations of incest. Okay, thank you, New York Post. What did human ancestors eat? Eating meat wasn't actually important in human evolution. Oh, shit. Maybe I'll get into this after I get into a little AMA, folks. We got some users in the chat. Hello, welcome. Hold up, let me finish this off. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me take a. Yep. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. So we've got a show here. So if anyone has any questions for me, I noticed that everyone is talking to each other in the chat and ignoring me. But if anyone, does anyone want to hang? Does anyone want to have a conversation? What do we do? Okay, data shows 50% of adults and 10% of children get long haul COVID. That's not good. Polar bears taking over houses is good, actually. That's a good thing. That's a goddamn good thing. So drinking and driving can be a good thing. That is in reference to a drunk driver killing a police officer. And of which case I say, I don't know, but it's a very interesting. It's an interesting thesis. Yep, that's correct. There you go. Thank you. All right. Has Matt Damon associating Mars, the worst planet, with crypto turned you off a bit from CCs? Well, first of all, Mars is not the worst planet. That's not the worst planet is probably. I'm gonna say the worst planet is probably Mercury. Like, there's nothing there. Mars is not the best planet. I'm a Venus person. But Mars is not that bad. So. But I don't care about Matt Damon, and I'm not going to be turned off from cryptocurrencies because of a celebrity. And I am required to be present. Mila is, in fact, actually, there's like compulsory attendance for Mila, actually. Hope the Housing Authority inspector doesn't bring Omicron with her. Hope the Housing Authority inspector. Are you getting inspected? What's happening? How's your Nick Cage collection going? The Nick Cage collection is, in fact, going. I've got some Blu-rays coming in the mail pretty soon. What strain are you smoking? Well, actually, I'm not actually smoking. I'm vaporizing. Oh, yes. I know. There's such a huge difference. I know. Thank you. But I don't remember. So the answer is I don't remember. It's something. That's the answer. It's something. Heresy. That's correct. Earth is the best. Earth is okay. Earth is decent. Earth is okay. Mercury is the hottest planet. A reason against it. That's a con. Isn't Venus the hottest? Well, Venus may have the hottest because of the greenhouse gases. That's true, actually. Would you vote for Marianne Williamson for president? I will vote for whoever the most left-wing candidate is that has a chance of winning. So if that ends up being Marianne Williamson, I will do so. But I'm on the Bernie 2024 train. That's where I'm at. So I'm putting all my chips on Bernie, which is not a joke. Actually, that's not a joke. I'm not joking. We need to get that. Needs to happen. Mercury is better than Mars. I disagree. My apartment is inspected every year. Very intrusive. That's weird. Jupiter is Donald Trump, full of hot air. Insists on big. That's true. That's factual. Nick Cage is in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Have you seen it? I have not. I have not seen that. But you don't set up shop on the Venusian surface. You do cloud shit. That's true. That's true. We do. You can do cloud stuff. How do we talk to people that believe in angels? Now, that's a great question. I could talk about a lot in regards to people that believe in angels. I don't know. I really don't. Like, Now again, 45% of the country, the United States of America, 45% of the country believe in angels and in Jesus so strongly that they pray every day. They pray every. I mean, I guess some of them are Muslims as well. I know they pray every day too. But like some of these people believe in flying sky daddies so much that they literally like carve out portions of their day to pray. Now think about it in this fashion, right? Like, if we could get 45% of Americans to meditate every day, like, I feel like the world would be a much better spot. And like, but think about the difference here, though. Like, what's the difference between praying every day and meditating every day? The only difference is that instead of like, worshiping a sky daddy, right? You're just like, worshiping the world around you. You're just like becoming one with the atmosphere and the world that you live in. The other one is like the exact opposite. You're escaping the world that you live in for a cartoon fantasy world, right? But again, the action of being able to do something like that can have benefits every day, that's actually not bad. So I feel like we got to mix that. You got to, but how do you talk to these people? I have no fucking idea. 63% of this country is like hardcore Christian. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy. So, it's crazy. I don't know. It's too damn early for me to think of any questions. My brain is on autopilot. Well, I'm here to wake you up out of that. I'm going to break the autopilot. That's right. Because I'm going to tell, I'm going to, yeah. A lot of people asking about Marianne lately. I wonder if all of a sudden interests her. I think that she is planning a run of some kind. I think that that's what's happening. I should get Marianne Williamson on my show. Is that possible? She goes on fucking Bad Faith. Would she go on my show? If we could get Marianne on Above It All, that'd be pretty good. Let's make it happen, folks. Mercury is the hottest planet, but Andrea is hotter. That's true, actually. That's a factual recounting of events here. Imagine if instead of praying to a sky daddy, they all prayed to a leather daddy. That would be worse because leather is bad, actually, and I'm anti-leather. So, yep, that's right. I don't think Bernie's going to run. He's really getting old. Maybe he just wants to advise someone. Bernie's going to run. There's no other option as far as I'm concerned. There's no other option. Bernie doesn't run. We're fucked. That's all I've got to say. Yep. I worship trees and ladybugs. I am big on trees, not so much on ladybugs. But I don't hate them, but I don't worship them either. The planet that starts with has to be the worst just because of the name. No, actually, it's blue. So it's pretty cool looking. Not only is gas on the surface unbreathable, the pressure will squish you in seconds, Venus. There is a lot of pressure, the atmospheric pressure. That's true. Only 23 people have liked the stream. That's a problem, actually. That's a big problem. Didn't know God was a biker. Didn't know that either. Yeah, Faux leather. I'm okay with Faux leather. I was kind of perturbed that Marianne still fucks with Brie and Katie Halper. That's because, they've done a pretty good job at infiltration. Marianne is always running for Prez. That seems to be true. Who is the hotter left-wing gilf, Marianne or Susan Sarandon? I'm gonna abstain on this one. And by that, I'm probably gonna go with Marianne. She also seems a little smarter. But that isn't necessarily saying much. I'm just throwing that out there. I love Bernie and I would support him and work for him just because Bernie 2024. That's it. That's the only option. AOC will be old enough to run for Prez. I don't think she would win. Susan Sarandon, hands down, disagree. Uranus isn't blue. It's like a greenish blue. Neptune is the blue one. They're all fucking blue, okay, motherfucker? I had a cherry tree infected with aphids and unleashed 10k ladybugs on them. There was a full-blown war for a week. The ladybugs won and began to lay eggs in their new territory. Holy shit. Wouldn't it be grand if AOC runs for president 2024 and Bernie campaigns with her? That would be grand, but also I'm skeptical. I think she needs to do a little bit more work. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm bored with this. This is over. That was a little bit less enjoyable than I would have appreciated. That's not a joke. I'm not, y'all. You got to get better questions lined up for the next one. Because that was bad. And I blame the audience, honestly, because It's like, when you're, when you watch like concert videos and then like the lead singer does the thing where they put the mic in the audience and then they flub the lines. That's what y'all did. Like this was like an audience interaction segment and y'all didn't know the words. You just like, you didn't know. So, not so good. Not so good on that one. The only thing, I'm going to be honest, I don't know who Susan Sarandon is outside of the fact that she was at like the People's Party, like forced the vote outside of AOC's office when AOC was campaigning for Nina Turner in Ohio. Remember that? Remember they did that weird like AOC office protest? Susan Sarandon was there. That's honestly the only thing I really know about her. So I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I know she's like an actor or something, I guess. So I don't know. It's not so good. I let my parley go to seed to become a ladybug nursery. Parley. But, anyway, so we got some news here. Got some goddamn news. How's everyone doing, folks? Here's a great headline. Out of control SpaceX rocket on collision course with moon. I'm sure that's fun. Should I read that? Let's go for it. This sounds fun. All right, folks. Out of control SpaceX rocket on collision course with the moon. That's right, folks. The Falcon 9 thank you. The Falcon 9 booster launched from Florida. Okay, that's enough. In 2015, the deploy Deep Space Climate Observatory has followed chaotic orbit since. Let's read. SpaceX rocket is on collision course with the moon after spending almost 7 years hurtling through space. Experts say the booster was originally launched from Florida in February 2015 as part of an interplanetary mission, blah, blah, blah. But after completing a long burn of its engines and sending the NOAA's Deep Space Climate Observatory on its way to the to the Lagrange point, a gravity-neutral position 4 times further than the moon in direct line with the sun, the rocket's second stage became derelict. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. At this stage, it was high enough that it did not have enough fuel to return to Earth's atmosphere, but also lacked the energy to escape the gravity of the Earth-Moon system. Meteorologist Eric Berger explained in a recent post on Ars Technica. So it had been following a somewhat chaotic orbit since February 2015, Berger added. Space observers believe the rocket about 4 metric tons of space junk is also on course to intersect with the moon at a velocity of about 2.58 kilometers a second in a matter of weeks. Bill Gray, who writes software to track near-Earth objects, asteroids, minor planets, comets, has said the Falcon 9's upper stage will likely hit the far side of the moon near the equator on 4th of March. The data analyst said in a recent blog post that the object made a close lunar flyby on January 5th, but will make certain impact on March 4th. This is the first unintentional case of space junk hitting the moon, of which I am aware, Gray added. The exact spot on the rocket will hit remains unclear due to the unpredictable effect of sunlight pushing on the rocket and ambiguity in measuring rotational periods, which may slightly alter the orbit. These unpredictable blah blah blah. The bulk of the moon is okay. There you go. Nevertheless, space enthusiasts believe the impact could provide valuable data. Berger believes the event will allow for observation of surface material ejected by the rocket strike, while Gray says he is rooting for a lunar impact. We already know what happens when junk hits the Earth. There's not much to learn from that. All right, so there you go, folks. I'd like to share with you a story of someone. This is like written in a book somewhere. I forget where I read this. But I think the only time that like a big moon impact was ever noted in human history, was when there's an asteroid that hit the moon like 1,000 years ago. And I read it in a book somewhere. I'm trying to remember where like some monk was meditating and thought he saw like the moon explode because like there's a big like explosion in the sky. But someone trying to figure out what I'm talking about, because I honestly don't remember, but that sounds great. But anyway, thank you, Elon Musk, for that. There you go. But also fuck Elon Musk, of course. But everyone knows that. Everyone knows that part. Folks, speaking of Elon Musk, it is time to cringe, folks. Everybody, welcome to the new segment. It's time to cringe. That's right, it's happening. McDonald's joked that it would accept Dogecoin at its restaurants. By the way, restaurants. Only if Tesla accepted its Grimace coin. Folks, we've got a hell of a cringe story here. Let's read. This is from Business Insider. McDonald's joked it would accept Dogecoin for payment only if Tesla accepts Grimace coin as payment. The fast food chain was responding to Tesla CEO Elon Musk's tweet on Tuesday that he'd eat a Happy Meal on TV if McDonald's accepts Dogecoin as a form of payment. Grimace is a rotund purple character. What the hell? Who wrote this? Grimace is a rotund purple character. A rotund purple character. Folks, I can't. A rotund purple character. Okay. Musk is a long-running supporter of Dogecoin, a Japanese Shiba Inu themed cryptocurrency started as a joke, blah, blah, blah. Musk tweets about McDonald's on Tuesday sent Dogecoin up nearly 8%. So the thing about that, though, that's like, okay, like, let's look at coin market cap here, right? Because I think almost all cryptos went up yesterday. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so 24 hours, Ethereum up about 8%, Solana up about 7%. Okay, so like pretty much everything went up. So I don't know, but like I don't think that had much there to do. I'm gonna be honest. Hours after McDonald's made the Grimace coin joke, several Twitter accounts claiming to sell Grimace coin popped up on Twitter. However, oh shit, I should probably turn this on. On Twitter, however, McDonald's has not issued Grimace coins. It's not real. McDonald's did not immediately respond to insiders' requests for comment. So what they're saying is McDonald's is shilling a fake scam coin. That's not good. That's not good, folks. So McDonald's is engaging in some scam artistry. And it's not good. So, but anyway, a rotund purple character, folks. Zero PE, yes, I did the other day. I think it's about a 1-minute segment on the show. Is there a cringe coin? There should be. I've been considering minting Max the Dog NFTs. Would anyone purchase Max the Dog NFTs? Anybody? Would anyone like to purchase Max the Dog related cryptocurrency at any point in time? If the answer is yes, then you can let me know, and I will create such a product. Whoa, Catherine's out of crypto. That means when Bitcoin hits 100K by the end of January, I'll be able to laugh in your face, bitch. All right, let's keep reading the news here. We got some goddamn news that I gotta read. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Whoa! I don't know what... I guess this is an officer down story. I guess. But let's read. Colorado deputy with OnlyFans account retires after being discovered by female officer. A Colorado sheriff's deputy retired with a $30,000 separation agreement instead of facing an internal investigation over an OnlyFans page she owns. Now, first of all, my question, an internal investigation over an OnlyFans page she owns. Why would she be internally investigated for that? I'm going to be honest. It's weird. That's strange. I was a really good cop. I was a really good leader. Melissa Williams, 48, told KDVR's Problem Solvers team. Williams was in law enforcement for 28 years, spending the last 11 years with the Aerophobe. So she's probably a horrible person. Let's be honest. If you're a cop for 28 years, you've probably arrested someone for marijuana possession, so you're probably a garbage person. She had the OnlyFans account for 18 months without any problems, but then coworkers found out, and a female officer in a nearby police department filed a complaint. I think some people viewed it as what I did for fun as being a sex worker, but at the same time, someone else's neighbor, their friend, mom, daughter, I'm still the same person I was for 18 months the page existed and nobody knew. She still operates the OnlyFans page, where subscribers pay a monthly fee to see Williams nude or watch her sexual encounters with her husband. I'm sorry, but just the way that this is written. This is on Fox News, by the way. This is on Fox fucking News. So it's just the way this is written is so funny. Williams said she posted the content when she was off duty. Well, I'm glad. Was never in uniform, and the content she posted was never identified herself as a law enforcement officer. A lot of the material my husband and I shared is stuff we'd taken in our private sex life over the years. So there you go. The complaint was filed on August 5th describing the Williams' poor judgment was a discredit to the... I'm sorry, but this is an amazing story. Cops will get fired because they, share, photos of their titties online, but they won't get fired for literally murdering people. Imagine that. Can we, actually have this conversation here? If you are a cop, you can literally murder a child and not get fired. But if you share a fucking video of you twerking on OnlyFans, you will get fired. Imagine that world. That's this world. That's the world we live in. That's the world that we are in right now. She pulls in $4,000 a month. Holy shit. God damn. But anyway, I guess she's no longer a cop, so officer down. Question mark. Does that count? Does that count? I don't know if that counts. Officer down? Maybe. I don't know. My toes are fucking cold, folks. I'm debating doing another crypto segment. Oh man, this is so good. Nah, it's not worth it. All right, here we go. Let's do it. It's happening. Wait for it. Let me get some coffee in here. All right, wait for it. Are you waiting? And boom. Let's read. A private mission to scan the cloud tops of Venus for evidence of life. The search for life on Venus has a fascinating history. Carl Sagan famously and sarcastically said if there are obviously dinosaurs there, since a thick haze we couldn't see through covered the surface. Though, I'm really high, I'm sorry. More recently, evidence has pointed to a more nuanced idea of how life might exist on our sister planet. A recent announcement of phosphine in the Venusian atmosphere caused quite a stir in the research community and numerous denials from other research groups. Hashtag. But science moves on. And now, some of the researchers involved in the phosphine finding have come up with a series of small missions that will help settle the questions more thoroughly by directly sampling Venus's atmosphere for the first time in almost 40 years. Folks, it's happening. It's happening. Several interesting findings and important questions have cropped up in the absence of any current data. Venus is commonly depicted as a hellscape of sulfuric acid, where any living thing would be instantly melted either by the acid itself or by the extremely high temperatures and pressures present on the planet's surface. But parts of its atmosphere have temperatures and pressures similar to Earth. That is not to say that life would thrive there as we traditionally know it. The atmosphere parts are extremely arid, about 50 times drier than the Atacama Desert, the driest place on the Earth, and they have an abundance of sulfuric acid, which most life has a hard time dealing with. So as you can see, there's the goddamn clouds. Folks, they're going to find out. It's happening. It's happening. A completely novel type of life could use sulfuric acid as a solvent, similar to how Earth-based life uses water. Alternatively, water-based life could protect itself with a protective shell. Some researchers were already able to encourage Earth-based life to develop a protective lipid layer that would insulate it from sulfuric acid. Finally, life could have evolved to emit a neutralizing compound, such as NH3, to eliminate the local effects of sulfuric acid around it. All these theories are fascinating, blah, blah, blah. This is the path the new mission is going. There you go. The first of these missions would launch a 50-pound probe with a laser 38 million miles to ride through Venus's atmosphere for 3 minutes. During those 3 minutes, it will use an instrument called an autofluorescing nebulometer to detect whether any molecules light up when hit with the laser beam. There you go, folks. Pretty cool. So you can read that if you'd like. But I'm a huge Venus fan. Where are the Venus fans at? Where are the Venus fans? Can we get some goddamn Venus fans in the chat? Raise your hands. Goodbye, environmental coffee house. Goodbye. Always liked Venus. I'm a Venus fan. I prefer Pluto, to be honest. Well, that's your own personal mental illness. OpenSea is going to add Solana NFTs. Ooh, it's happening. All right, folks. Speaking of happening. Speaking of happening. It's literally like you don't even know what the fuck. You are all clueless as to what is happening. But I know. I know what's happening. So. And what is happening is movie review. So last night I viewed another Nicolas Cager. Once again, folks, I am trying to watch every Nick Cage movie because he's my favorite actor. And so I watched this one on I think it was on HBO Max, I believe, maybe. And it's called Joe. And so the movie is about, he's like some guy. So Nick Cage is a guy. And his name is Joe. And so this guy, he like poisons trees for a living. Like that's his job. So what he does is he poisons the fucking tree. So he runs around a forest and poisons trees for over a legal loophole or something. And then so a literal child walks up to him and says, "Can I work for you?" And so I guess Nick Cage doesn't believe in child labor laws. So he gets the little kid, who's I guess 15 or something, to work for him, and then finds out that the kid is being abused by his dad. So then he gets into this epic, by the way, spoiler alert, he gets into this epic showdown. And so, but my favorite part of this movie has to be when, Joe has got this, they kind of slowly build, that he, Joe at one point in his life was kind of a lunatic. So they slowly build that throughout the movie. And then there's one part where he goes on he goes crazy, and runs around town, threatens to kill someone, who honestly deserved it. But he threatens to kill someone, he runs around town, he beats the shit out of a cop at one point. It was great. I mean, if you want to see Nicolas Cage beat the shit out of police officers and dance in the street and stuff, watch Joe. It's a good ass movie. But anyway, it's a pretty fun movie. There's parts of it where I just I was really high when I watched this movie yesterday. And so parts of it I was just really I was the child abuse parts are just kind of fucked up. I mean, I would forget what movie I was watching, right? There'd be the kid getting beaten on the floor, and then I was what? I'm in a fucking haze. I'm what the hell's going on? And then all of a sudden Nick Cage pops up, and I'm all right, I'm watching Joe, starring Nicolas Cage. And so again, it's a pretty good movie if you want to see Joe smash a cop's head on on a car. I think this is what he did. I think he smashed the cop's head in the hood of a car or something. That's pretty good. If that's something you are interested in viewing as a form of media, it's not real, so you can look at it. This movie, I will have to say, spoiler and warning, trigger warning. Dogs are in this movie, and they're not always treated well. Let me just say, in fact, I'm going to tell you, my least favorite part of the movie is when Nick Cage's dog, he gets his dog to go kill another dog. That's what happens. I don't want to say it. I don't want to even remember that scene, but I just remembered that scene, and it's not a good scene. It's a really bad scene. So, for that scene alone, this movie cannot be great. It's held back by that scene. It's just unnecessary. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's not useful. It's not good. It's bad, actually. It's horrifying. But either way, if you want to watch Nick Cage be a lunatic, watch Joe, and then fast forward to halfway through, and then watch 10 minutes and then turn it off, because the rest of the movie, I mean, it's a good movie, right? But that's he's not a lunatic throughout most of the movie. So, but if you want to watch him be a lunatic, you're gonna have to go, and that's what I mean. But anyway, folks, that is the movie review for today. Joe, it's called Joe, and it features Joe starring Nicolas Cage. So there you go. That's it. It happened. It's done. How did they get the dogs to act out a fight? I don't know. I'm not familiar. This is a great, okay. I like Joe's green plaid shirt. I want a shirt like that. At Milo. We call it flannel. That's funny as hell. What am I vaping on? I don't know. I don't remember. It's something. I don't remember what it is, but it is something. I think this is it. I think I have the box right here. Northern Berry. 91%. 88.7% THC. Northern berry, I think, is what that is. I found the box there, so must be. How about your reply? Yeah, Mila, I'm sorry. Your reply is not as funny. Tartan. Plaid is a type of tartan. Oh my fucking god. You motherfuckers. You goddamn motherfuckers. Woo! Ooh. Folks, we got Joe. Let's scan Twitter. Let's see if I can find any good cringe on Twitter. Does it have any good cringe for me? Does anyone have fucking cringe? Got some goddamn cringe here. I think the show is over. Like that's what that's what all the signs are pointing to that. That's what all the signs are pointing to. Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson. I kind of want to watch the whole thing and then like get clips, but like I'm not certain on that. Because I was watching a little bit of that. Didn't you promise a longer show? I did. And I did. The show's like 10-15 minutes longer. It's true. And then I followed through on that promise. Apparently, Environmental Coffee House is doing a show. They're trying to compete with me, so I got to get out of here. I'm getting bumped. I'm getting goddamn bumped. If you have a Jimmy Dore thing, just send it to me. All right, folks. That is, and that was the show. I will be back tomorrow. I'll get back on a more regular schedule maybe next week. I will say, but for now, that's it. Make it fucking slow. There you go for fucking little fuckface in the chat. That's right. I'm talking to you.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.
Honestly, Sam, if I could just get this sentence out. We can talk about Jimmy Dore can go and kill 15 kids tomorrow, and I still believe in force the vote.
That isn't what it meant.
Well, what does it mean next?
It meant that it's indicative of low-resolution thinking.
All of a sudden, we can't talk about Neanderthal DNA anymore.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level. Grand conspiracy. This is sort of what power is. Sort of what power is. Power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put.
So Brandon, I agree. And then they have cans of soup. Everybody comes in your grandmother here. Father, everybody comes in your grandmother here. Father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. So crazy.
I eat extra sharp